Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Pits of Motorcast. This show's Dave. I got on a special guest, bracket racer, Brandon Welch. How you doing, Brandon?
Hey, how's it going?
Going good. How you doing?
Good.
How's the weather out by you?
It's okay, a little bit brisk, a little breezy, but it rained a few days ago, but it's been pretty nice today.
That's good. So you got out to the track on the weekend?
Yeah, I tried to do some testing. I raced Saturday. That didn't end up going too good because it was a heads up, and I have a bracket car and don't really have the power for heads up. But that aside, I did testing yesterday, Sunday, down in Shelby, and ran okay speeds, but my time was off. I have some issues to work out with the car as of right now.
So what kind of car do you have?
It's a 2003 Hyundai Tiburon.
What do you got under the hood?
It's basically still stock as of right now. Other than new spark plugs, nothing really special as of right now.
Are you ever gonna do any upgrading on that car?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a lot of upgrading because I got tires and I got a turbo kit that I want to put on it and a whole bunch of other good stuff. I want to make it a 10-second car.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm probably going to run Super Street with it.
Oh, that's cool. So do you got any other events planned for the year so far?
Well, the car's not eligible for NHRA class racing, so right now I'm just racing IHRA. So yes, I do have 2 races coming up this weekend. I'm trying to get the car ready for it though, because the car's off and it's misfiring on 2 cylinders, so that's affecting my time and performance. And may need to get some new O2 sensors too.
So how many years you been racing this car now?
Yeah.
How many years you been racing this car?
Oh, this car?
Yeah.
This car's well, not really brand new, but this car's new for this season.
Nah, so what'd you use to race before?
2019 and 2020, it was a 2002 S10, a Chevy, and last year I ran 2 Dodge, a Dodge Dakota, and also a Dodge Ram van.
So how did you do on those other cars?
And they were decent. Not nearly as fun as this car, though.
So what got you into drag racing in the first place, Brendan?
Well, that brings me back, definitely. What got me into drag racing, I definitely have to say John Force and a whole bunch of other people I look up to. And honestly, what really got me into it is the very first time I went to Route 66, like 6 months later, I was put in a car.
Wow.
Yeah. 550 horsepower Subaru WRX, which was nitrous injected, and no, actually that one was turbo. Yeah, that one was turbo, and the nitrous injected one was a 600 horsepower Mitsubishi Eclipse. They both ran about 11s in the quarter mile.
So what year was that?
That was about 6-ish years ago.
So about 6 years ago, that's when you got your first taste of drag racing, huh?
Yes.
So then, when did you get your first drag race? Your first drag race car? When did you start racing?
My first own one.
Yeah.
Well, my first one was I didn't really race the Dodge Dakota, so I'd have to say the S10 in 2019.
Wow. So how was your first time experience going on a drag race track?
With what?
How was your first time experience going down a drag racing track?
Oh, my first time was like 6 years ago, and my time slips and my reaction time definitely shows on my experience because I'm hitting double 2 lights, double 6, and averaging about 20s and 30s, 0.03.
So now when you go out racing, you go by yourself or you got anybody helps you?
Well, I'm hoping my team comes out, but they've been busy with the other type of racing that they do, so I haven't been able to meet with them yet. Right now, they're out of state.
So who are your team members?
DeRisi Racing, Santo DeRisi, and James Reeves.
Now, do you have any sponsorship?
Yeah, I only have a handful of sponsorships, and it's mainly just gear sponsors right now. I'm definitely trying to get sponsorship funding again because I'm definitely going to need it. But as of right now, I got Leatt Protectives for my helmet and Risk Racing for one of my main sponsors, and also the team is DeRisi.
All right, so now, Brandon, what do you enjoy most about being a drag racer?
The speed, the money, and the respect, definitely.
Now, is there anything that you hate about being a drag racer?
What was that?
Is there anything that you don't like about being a drag racer?
Yeah, I definitely have to say that it definitely is frustrating when you are this close to a race and you end up having issues. So I definitely have to say that the repair aspect of things, especially when you're having a hard time financially like I am right now, the repair aspect of it is definitely a hardship, especially when you don't have funding.
Yeah, so you hate the money part of drag racing too, have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, it won't necessarily be as much of an issue once I start winning, but I got to get the car consistent to win.
Now, do you think you can get better as a drag race driver? And if so, how do you achieve that to get better, Brendan?
What was that? Sorry, what was that?
I said, do you think that you can get better as a driver? And if so, how do you achieve that to get better?
Oh, yeah, I can definitely get better and more consistent. I just would need to hit the practice tree more and also do more testing tunes. And I definitely have to upgrade the car because there's a few small tweaks that I can make to definitely make the car quicker and launch better and such, including a tire upgrade that I have planned within a month or so. So that would definitely help me putting slicks or something or some better tire on the Tiburon would definitely help my launches a lot.
What kind of tires are you running on right now?
Right now it's just stock street tires.
All right, so if you were able to have, the drag race fans that come out and watch bracket racing, and see you race, if you were able to have the fans remember one thing about you, Brendan, what would you want the one thing to be that the fans remember about you?
What was that again?
I said, if you can have the drag race fans that come out and watch you race remember one thing about you, what would you want that one thing to be that the fans remember about you?
What would I want to be remembered by?
Yeah, for the fans that come out and watch you race.
I definitely have to say that I'm all about the fans. And I'm not even kidding. Like last year alone, I put a 1-year-old kid on a bike, and he absolutely loved the Honda. He was like, bye. The little guy wanted to go. So I definitely have to say that I'm all about the fans and helping the fans out and bringing in the next generation of racers.
Now, would you agree with me? Would you agree with me that drag racing is all one big family?
Sorry?
I said, would you agree with me that drag racing is all one big family?
Yes, it definitely is one big family.
Now, do you ever?
I've definitely met a lot of good people. I've met Steve Davis at the track in 2019. I've met David Shaw. I've met who basically fixed the S10 after I put a rod through the block and in 2019. And I definitely have to say that I've also met some other good people. Clay Milliken, he's a professional top fuel driver. Walt Walker, he's a pretty good guy. He's helped me out a lot and given me some good advice as well.
Now, have you ever had a situation where, someone that you're going to be racing against helped you out, like you needed a part for your car or something?
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm in the works of getting that done now. I've been asking in some drag racing groups, and Walt himself has said that people do help you out. All you have to do is ask. And I'm just in the works of seeing if I can get the coils that I need from someone, because, like I said before, I'm kind of in a tight bind, and I could definitely use the help if someone would be able to give me some coils so I can run consistently and not misfire.
So when you're not drag racing, do you have a regular job?
Yeah, as of right now, I'm just working an average job, but what I really want to get back to is professional driving, which is basically hauling and towing stuff for people, car hauling motorcycles, hauling furniture, transporting motorcycle parts, transporting engines, things like that.
Now, do you drive bicycles too?
Do what?
I said, do you drive bicycles too?
I used to race bicycles, but now I just use it as a cross training tool, pretty much.
So what were you doing before, the BMX racing?
Well, actually, that BMX is what I actually started racing in, period. And it was actually street racing with a BMX, not necessarily on track. On track happened a couple of years later. But it all started when I was about 12. And then when I was like 14, 15, then I got into the BMX scene, really.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then after that, about 16, 17, I got into dirt bikes and just kept wanting to go faster from there.
So do you still do anything with dirt bikes?
Oh yeah, I haven't ridden it in like 3 years, but I definitely still have the 95 CR125 down on the farm in Nebraska. I just need to basically clean the carb and rebuild the fork seals because they're leaking, and then it will start again. But right now, being that it's been sitting for 3 years, the carburetor is all mucked up, so it won't start. I've tried kicking it over just like last year when I was last over there.
Yeah. So.
Then getting the Honda ready again would cost me about $400, and my focus has been elsewhere right now.
Yeah.
And I just haven't had the time to go back to Nebraska yet. So the dirt bike revival is definitely in the future, but probably not until at least June or July, maybe.
All right, so now, Brandon, when you're in the staging lanes at the drag race track, do you have any pre-race rituals or superstitions when you're waiting in the staging lanes? Did you understand that question?
Yeah. No, I don't really have anything really special. I just pretty much when I put my helmet on, and after I do, of course I can't do a burnout right now, at least not with this car because the handbrake's broken. But generally, I once the helmet's on and after I do my burnout, I don't care who's in the other lane. All I care about is getting the whole shot and winning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what whoever's in the other lane, that's your enemy till you get to the end of the track.
Yeah, I pretty much don't let a name intimidate me. I mean, I don't care if it's Tony Schumacher himself or Erica Enders herself or Bo Butner even. I don't really let a name intimidate me. It's just another racer.
Yeah. So for your car, is there a lot of preparation to get that car ready for racing weekend?
Sorry, what?
I said for your car that you're driving right now to race with, is there a lot of preparation to getting that car ready for a weekend of drag racing?
Well, not really. It's only a few $100, but to get this car ideally prepped. I mean, it could still race, but I'd be at possibly a disadvantage because I'm not like I should. I don't have the power that I should right now. So, like I said, I'm just trying to, due to the misfire, I'm just trying to source the parts or do whatever it takes to get a couple $100 so I can get the ignition coil and whatnot. So I'm not misfiring on 1 and 3 anymore.
So do you have any favorite tracks to race on?
Oh yeah, I have definitely a few because I haven't been to all of them yet, but I definitely have to say that my favorite so far is definitely Wilkesboro. It's my home track. But as far as my all-time favorites go, I definitely have to say it's Bristol, baby, and also definitely the Rockingham, the Rock, home of the World Finals.
Bristol, Tennessee, huh?
Yep.
Now, do you have any tracks that you would love to go to one day that you've never been to?
Oh, yeah, I definitely have a bunch because last year alone I passed Atlanta Dragway, and I definitely, during a few hauls, and I definitely want to go to that, and I'm also past South Georgia, so I may want to race South Georgia Motorsports Park one day, but I definitely have to say I'd also like to race Houston Raceway Park. But what I really want to do is hit up Pomona, and also definitely want to hit the Mid-Michigan Motorplex. That's another IHRA track, or at least was.
So do you race quarter mile or eighth mile?
Right now, the car's not. I'm trying to be as gentle to the car as possible. So right now it's just eighth mile, but as my money situation improves, I'll probably go down to the quarter mile.
So your local track is out of the eighth mile track or quarter mile track?
My local track is eighth mile.
Now for like your helmet and stuff like that, where do you get your safety stuff from?
My helmet and gear?
Yeah, where do you buy your stuff at?
That was all my sponsors and Leah Protectives, LeahProtectives.com, I believe. And then I also have a GoPro. That's one of my sponsors as well. But I just don't have a car mount. It's really more set up for motorcycle racing because I don't have car mounts right now. But I do have a GoPro. That's one of my sponsors as well. And Risk Racing, as you probably have seen from some of my pictures, is another one of my gear sponsors that I wear their gloves and their jersey.
So what's been your quickest time down a drag strip?
My quickest time at Wilkesboro or overall?
Overall, on any drag strip, any car you had, what's the quickest you ever been down a drag strip?
Yeah, the quickest that I've ever been was 11.1, and that was in the Eclipse with nitrous. About 120.
And you said the car that you currently drive, you want to get that car to get in the 10s, right?
Yeah.
With turbo.
Do what?
I said with turbo. You're gonna put turbo on it.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to take turbo.
So what's been one of your most memorable wins so far? Have you had any big wins?
Well, not really. I only just returned to drag racing in 2019, and last year alone was a disaster. I only had 3 races the whole season due to financial issues. But this year, I'm definitely trying to have a full season. So this year, hopefully, it can turn on some win lights.
All right. So what? Let me ask you this then. What's been one of your best memories of drag racing so far?
I definitely have to say meeting new people and getting put in cars like I have in the past, and I'm definitely trying to get put in a car again because it would take the burden off my shoulders, and basically just like it was in the past, I won't have to, once I'm put in a car, I don't have to worry about maintenance or anything. I just drive.
Now, have you had any accidents or close calls at all?
No, not on the track.
Well, knock on wood, you won't have no accidents, Brendan.
Do what?
I said, knock on wood, you won't have no accidents.
No. At least I hope not. Because I've definitely seen how bad things can get. I mean, just at Wilkes, I don't know if you've seen the video, but just at Wilkesboro this past Saturday alone. Shortly after I left, there was a Mustang, a purple Mustang that ended up losing traction and hitting the guardrail and totally flipping and cracking his entire car in half.
Wow. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't want that to happen to you.
Yeah. Since then, I definitely have sworn off no prep. I would never do another no prep event. I'm going to stick to class racing and bracket racing because it's much safer.
All right. So now, outside of drag racing, Brendan, do you have any other hobbies?
Well, dirt bikes, and I definitely like camping and fishing as well.
Yeah, I love fishing and camping. So what do you like to fish for?
Definitely have to say catfish most.
Yeah, you're a big catfish guy, huh?
Yeah.
Do you eat them?
And I'm also kind of little known fact for my fans out there. I'm also I haven't really talked much about it, but I'm also a big traditionalist. So yes, I am big into archery too.
Now, do you eat the catfish?
Yes, I do.
All right, so let me ask you this: what's the biggest catfish you ever caught?
I'd probably say about 10 pounds.
Nice. So 10 pounds. How many inches?
How many inches?
Yeah.
I don't remember offhand because it's definitely been a while since I last fished, but if I had to guess, I'd say at least maybe 8 inches.
So, all right. So now, if you can find a time traveling machine, and you're able to go backwards in the time, would you change anything with your drag racing?
Yeah, I definitely have to say that if I could go back in time, I definitely change things, and I'd stay in drag racing longer than I did initially, and I would have never gone to mountain bike racing. I probably would have done a little bit of dirt bike racing, but that would be on the side. But yeah, definitely drag racing is where the heart is for me.
You got that need for speed?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So now, let me ask you some fun questions here, Brendan. You ready?
Yes.
What's your favorite food to eat?
What's my favorite what?
Your favorite food.
My favorite food?
Yeah.
I definitely have to say a double bacon cheeseburger.
Double bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right. What's your favorite beverage?
Favorite beverage? I definitely have to say the Glacier Freeze Gatorade.
Yeah, you're a big Gatorade guy?
Yeah, and my second favorite is, of course, sparkling ice.
Sparkling ice.
Yeah, the flavor, that shit is so good.
All right, now, do you watch movies at all?
I'm occasion, most of the time, the TV's like now, and sometimes I'll watch movies, but most of the time, I'm trying to work on the car or keep my lights like they should. So I'm generally on the practice tree or something.
Do you have a favorite movie of all time? Come on, you have to have something.
Yeah, I definitely have to say that my overall favorite movie of all time is On the Right Track.
I don't think I ever saw that movie.
Yeah, it's when Courtney and Erica Enders basically started racing in Junior Dragster.
Oh yeah. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, so what is your favorite color?
Favorite color definitely is red.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is definitely being disrespected and doubted and ridiculed and basically people talking shit when they have no idea what they're actually talking about.
What's your favorite music to listen to?
My favorite music, I definitely have to say that I'm a kind of a mix between country and metal.
All right, so who's your favorite metal artist?
Motorhead.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite country artist?
I'd probably have to say maybe Dixie Chicks.
Now, do you go to concerts at all?
Do what?
Do you go to concerts at all?
Do I go to what?
Do you go watch concerts at all?
No.
Never been to a concert?
Oh, I have been to concerts, but not in like, let me see. It's probably been like over 10 years since I last was at a concert.
So what was the best concert you ever saw?
I definitely have to say Slayer, and that was in Illinois. I don't know if you know it, but the Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival.
Tinley Park?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's my wife's favorite band, Slayer.
Yeah.
She's got a Slayer tattoo on her arm.
Yep, they're good.
So do you play any instruments?
No, I don't really play any instruments anymore. I mean, back when I was in high school, I did play a little bit of guitar, but I kind of gave it up to focus on things.
So how do your parents feel about you drag racing?
We have different views on it. I mean, my family doesn't really agree with it, but they've simmered down since I've basically told them, look, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm returning to. You need to just deal with it. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
Do they ever come out and watch you race?
The only time they ever watched me race was in 2018, and that was a mountain bike race. So, no, they've never actually come to a drag race yet.
Now, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have a younger brother, and he's in the Marines.
You have any have a wife, girlfriend yet?
I have something in the works, but no wife as of right now. But I'm definitely trying to get with this one girl that I've been talking to for a while, but nothing definite as of right now.
Well, good luck with that one.
Sorry, what?
I said, well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Need to get yourself a good lady.
Yeah, it will happen when it happens. I mean, the learning from experience and past experience, I definitely need someone that can accept me and not try and change me. And they definitely have to love racing as well. So I probably more than likely have to have someone that really is into racing and would come to races with me.
Now, would you want to have kids one day?
Yeah, at some point, of course, having kids would definitely, just like Anjo Sampei did, or anyone else that has had kids, when that point in time does happen, I'm definitely not against it, but like everyone else that has raced and had kids, I definitely have to say that I'd have to probably take a break from racing for a while to raise my kid.
Yeah, you never know. You might get some junior dragsters out of them kids.
Yeah, that definitely would be the plan. That or because I'm not against motorcycle drag racing either. Either junior drag. I'd be happy to put my kid in a junior dragster or even a drag bike.
Yeah. So are you a dog person or a cat person?
Do what?
Are you a dog person or a cat person?
I definitely say that I like both, but I definitely think that dogs are cuter.
Do you have any pets?
No, as of right now, no, I don't. I did have I'm not sure what it was exactly, but I did have a little kitty that I named Pika.
Pika.
A few years back.
What happened?
Yeah,
What
Pika,
happened?
as in short for Pikachu, maybe.
Yeah. So what happened to Pika?
I was trying to get on the bus, and I basically turned around, and my kitten was basically stolen by someone, and the police didn't do a damn thing. So, yeah, I missed that little guy terribly since then.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Brendan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
That sucks.
That does.
Yeah, it really sucks, man. So Brendan.
Yeah.
So Brent.
I definitely did love that little kitty, but he definitely was a troublemaker. I mean, I'm not even kidding. If you ever have a cat or get a cat, you better not have any wires on the floor because they would get into it.
Yeah. All right. So Brendan, what are you looking forward to the most out of this 2021 racing season?
Well, since I'm returning for my first full year, I definitely have to say that I would love to have a season championship under my belt, but I got to get enough points to go to the team finals for that, and then from there I go to the world finals. That's in Memphis, and after Memphis, I'd be crowned season champion.
Well, I wish you the best of luck this year.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be an easy road. I mean, I've already seen what I'm up against, and last year's champion is not going to be easy to beat.
So who was last year's champion?
I believe his name is Tharp Jr. in the sportsman class.
So that's who you're going to be going after this year?
Yes.
Yeah, well, like I said, I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So, Brendan, do you have any final words or shout-outs you want to do before we finish?
Yeah, to all my fans and followers that watch this podcast or are listening right now, I definitely have to say that do whatever makes you happy, man. follow your heart that knows the way. I've always known that I've loved drag racing with a burning passion, and like I said before, it's definitely where my heart is. So to everyone out there listening right now, definitely do what you love, man. Don't let anyone tell you you can't or you're not good enough.
So if anyone's out there listening and they're thinking about, becoming a drag racer, go for it, right, Brendan?
Yeah, definitely go for it.
Yep. Get out there.
If any new racers have any questions, feel free to message me, and I'll be happy to meet you at the track or help you out or whatever I can. Definitely give you pointers on how to hit the Christmas tree just right and have the same reaction times like me.
And if anybody's listening that's never been out to a drag race track, get out to a drag race track.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of virgins out there, nitro virgins and whatnot, and definitely have to say that once you go to your first drag race, your life is never the same, so it's definitely worth going.
Yeah, because watching it on your phone or TV just doesn't do justice.
Yeah, definitely not, because your TV and phone definitely does not have the same thunder and feeling like going to a live event.
Yeah, you can't smell the smells either.
Yeah. Yeah, I swear I love the smell of race gas.
How about the smell of nitromethane?
That shit burns like hell if it gets in your eyes, but yeah, it definitely is awesome as well.
You like to smell jet fuel?
Do what?
I said, do you like to smell jet fuel?
I actually haven't been. That's funny you should ask, Dave, because I've definitely haven't been to any event that had jet cars or jet dragsters in like maybe 10-ish years. The last one I went to was Bowling Green, I believe, when I had a friend racing bikes down there for Hobbies.
So that's 10 years ago, huh?
Yeah, I'm still here.
10 years ago, huh?
Sorry, what?
You said 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So let me ask you one more question, Brendan. Do you have anything on a bucket list? A bucket list for drag racing of things you would like to try in drag racing one day?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, do you have a bucket list of anything that you would love to do in drag racing?
Oh, yeah, I definitely have a bucket list because I definitely don't want to die without being on a pro stock motorcycle or at least in a pro stock car. That's definitely the goal and definitely where I want to end things at.
Now, would you ever want to drive a pro mod?
Do what?
Would you ever drive a pro mod?
Would I ever drive a pro mod?
Yeah.
If the offer ever came, yeah, I'd even drive pro street.
All right, cool. Well, thanks again for doing an interview tonight, Brendan.
You're welcome, Dave. Have a good night.
Like I said, best of luck with 2021 racing season for you.
Thank you.
All right.
And to all my fans out there, before we go, be sure to watch my post and whatnot. Car number 2388X.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Brendan. You have a great night.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.